I've made over $1 million 5 times. The first 4 times felt like walking through fire. And then on the 5th occasion, it felt like walking down a mountain path. It was both easy and natural. In this video, and over the course of the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you why. So for me, 35 years in business and 5 times from 0 to 1 million. And each time was a different chapter in my life. But interestingly, it had the same lessons. The lessons weren't about strategy, they weren't about timing, but they were about the state of your mind. Look, we're all running 2 businesses. The outer one, everybody sees. It's the inner one that really nobody is talking about. The outer one, we know it runs on systems, people, and capital, whereas the inner one runs on peace, purpose, and action. The outer one, let me tell you, can never outperform the inner one. So most founders, like me with the first 4 business, hire employees. But by the 5th business, I had this realization due to wisdom that I'd received and from pondering all of the hindsight that had been afforded me, that it was time for me to hire my thoughts, my inner state first. So thoughts are really your first team. If they're anxious or scattered, then so are you, and so are your employees, and so are your company. The inner business is your operating system. If that operating system crashes or burns, then nothing else matters. You can scale systems, but let me tell you, you can't scale confusion. You can hire experts, but not deep, profound, lasting peace. I've gone from 0 to 1 million and beyond 5 times. The first 4, it was chaos. Stress was my fuel. Pressure was my partner. Even as profits rose, my peace collapsed. I built £1 million like a warrior, winning the world, but in the process, losing myself. Then came the 5th time. That time, absolutely everything changed. I was building not as a stressed entrepreneur, but the 5th time I was building as the corporate yogi. This time I led with silence before strategy, peace before power, and alignment before each and every action. And what happened? It was faster, smoother, and easier. There was no internal friction and there was no fear. And that was when I was applying all of the wisdom that I'd learned over 10 years studying as a yogi. It told me in a resounding way that your outer success always mirrors your inner state. The fire you felt was your inner alchemy transforming you. And when you work with it, it refines you. It doesn't consume you. And when you understand it, the chaos now changes into absolute clarity. Paramahamsa Yogananda taught that calmness is the cradle of real power. He came to America with nothing but faith and purpose and built a movement that still flourishes today. So whether you're a founder or a creator who is feeling the fire, then remember, you're not just building a business, you're being built by the business. Let's take a closer look at what I call the inner balance sheet. That's right, the ledger that transforms positively from numbers into mental states. You would in this way see your inner assets as clarity, peace, energy, and presence. And your inner liabilities, confusion, reactivity, exhaustion, and worst of all, distraction. Most people track profit and loss. I track this. Each morning I scan to see, what am I low on? Am I low on peace? Am I low on my purpose? Am I low on energy? And that's the real capital that funds every decision. Your inner balance sheet finances your outer world. Let me help you further. There are 3 pillars to pay close attention to. 3, I might say, golden pillars: peace, purpose, and action. And after many decades, I realized that everything is resting on these 3 pillars. Firstly, your inner peace, which arises from your emotional and mental mastery. You can achieve this through things like meditation, also actively practicing non-reactivity, even stillness and silence. Be certain to know, though, that peace isn't about passivity. It's about your power and you being powerful under control. The second pillar is the purpose pillar. And this purposeful pillar gives you your direction, clarity of why you're here and how you serve yourself, your family, your loved ones, and others. When your work uplifts others, it also lifts you. In this way, we are in it together. The third pillar is the action pillar. This is your outward action into the world. Make it always continuous, purposeful. And this continual purposeful movement needs to be towards your chosen vision. Not at any point a frantic motion or a misaligned motion. No, instead, it's aligned momentum. And each of these pillars strengthens the next. The peace clarifies the purpose fuels the action, and the actions deepen the peace. The old hamster wheel that you can be caught on is now converted to the flywheel of fulfillment. So in my world, on many occasions, the first 4, I have gone from friction, and then on the 5th occasion into flow. At first, I built everything by pushing, grinding, forcing outcomes. Then I tried pulling, manipulating, persuading. Both created friction. Then I learned to flow from inspiration and alignment. In flow, work still happens, but it stops hurting you and hurting others. Efforts turn into expression. And that's when business becomes art and the spreadsheet starts to sing. Flow appears when peace, purpose, and action are aligned. So examine now what I like to call the law of inner return on investment. It was meditation that gave me the highest return on investment in my life, and it continues to do so today. A number of minutes, maybe 10, 20, 30 of silence saved more money than tens of hours of meetings. Stillness sharpens perception. Perception improves all of your decision making. Take Steve Jobs, who called meditation his way to see more clearly. He used silence as a strategy to separate the noise from his deeper intuition. And when you pause, your inner CEO is given space in which to speak. Stillness is not the opposite of business. Stillness is very good business. And to also help you discover the real key performance indicator, I used to measure success in numbers. Now I measure it in moments of peace, which creates inner freedom. Peace, let me tell you, is the ultimate key performance indicator, because when you have peace, you make better choices, and better choices make a continuously better life. Peace multiplies purpose, purpose multiplies action, and action in alignment creates prosperity, and prosperity very quickly. On the fifth occasion, making over $1 million and peacefully took just 5 months. And so the inner legacy, after 35 years, I know wealth isn't what you have. It's what you can hold in the stillness. The mind that created the problems, you know and I know, cannot solve them. But the mind at peace already has. So if you're building your business, prioritize the inner business of you. Because when your inner business is profitable, peaceful, everything else follows. So if you're an entrepreneur, not yet peacefully on the way to $1 million, or if you are enjoying the content that I'm providing here as the corporate yogi, please do like and subscribe to the channel to support it in growing. And if you'd like to participate more fully in corporate strategies, meditations, and powerful practices, then join me and the corporate yogi community at www.school.com/transformation. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the inside.